This is the TNA Wrestling Victory Road 2025 full show results video, which takes place at Edmonton Expo Centre in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The show started with a match between Zachary Wentz versus Trey Miguel versus Cedric Alexander. Josh Alexander, Trey Miguel, and Zachary Wentz delivered a fast-paced clash filled with athletic counters and dives. Alexander dominated early with German suplexes, a double suplex, and a Michinoku driver for near falls. Miguel locked Alexander in a painful Muta lock, nearly forcing a tap, until Wentz broke it with a Swanton bomb. Momentum shifted as Wentz unleashed a burst of offense, taking control of both opponents. In the end, Wentz connected with the UFO Cutter on Alexander to secure the victory. We then see Gia Miller interviewing TNA International Champion Steve Macklin. Macklin is cutting a promo saying that when he is done with Frankie Kazarian, he will be crowned King Nothing. El Messias of AAA then randomly shows up and stares down Macklin. AJ Francis hosted the first-class penthouse, mocking Canadian fans, flaunting Houston Texans and Florida Panthers gear, and hyping Trick Williams as TNA World Champion while dismissing the locker room. He teased a listening party for his album, but Matt Hardy interrupted, claiming fans wanted the Hardys theme instead. Hardy mocked Francis in first class, reminding everyone of the Hardys' legacy, creating TLC, ladder, and cinematic matches. Francis fired back, belittling the Bound for Glory tag title match before threatening Hardy. A heated brawl followed, ending with Francis cheap-shotting Hardy and chokeslamming him through a table, setting up a match later. The System, joined by the returning JDC, hit the ring without Moose, who was preparing for his match. Eddie Edwards hyped the Edmonton crowd, confirmed JDC's return, and demanded Order 4 immediately. Santino Marella interrupted, announcing AJ Francis versus Matt Hardy, pending medical clearance, and Order 4 versus the System opening Victory Road, closing the countdown show. Then we saw a six-man tag team match between the System versus Order 4. Zero dominated Brian Myers early with power moves, including a big suplex. The Great Hands kept control until JDC tagged in, punishing Hotch with a slingshot leg drop and a Falcon Arrow for 2. When Zero re-entered, the System triple-teamed him to the floor. JDC sealed the victory with an Alabama jam on Hotch. TNA Knockouts World Champion Ash by Elegance came to the ring with President Carlos Silva and Santino Marella to address the division. Fighting back emotion, Ash reflected on her year in TNA, saying it had become her home and that she came to elevate the Knockouts World Championship. However, she revealed she can no longer compete and announced she is stepping away from in-ring competition, officially forfeiting the title. Ash expressed her faith in the Knockouts roster to continue raising the championship's prestige. She thanked the fans for giving her the best moments of her life before making her exit. Santino Marella announced that the Knockouts World Tag Team title match is rescheduled for Thursday. Instead, a battle royal will take place immediately, with the final competitors facing off later tonight to crown a new Knockouts World Champion. Then we saw a TNA Knockouts World Championship No. 1 Contenders Battle Royal match. The Knockouts World Championship No. 1 Contenders Battle Royal began with Dani Luna showcasing her power before the Inspiration gained momentum with signature offense. Chaos erupted as Jody Threat and Zaya were eliminated. The Angel Warriors worked over Luna, but a group effort eventually sent her to the floor. The Inspiration then clashed with Heather and M, narrowing the field. In the end, Laying Lee and WWE NXT's Kelani Jordan emerged as the final two competitors, securing victory. It was announced that Jordan would face Lee later tonight, with Indy Hartwell as the special referee, to crown a new TNA Knockouts World Champion. The next match happened between the Namaths versus Matt Cardona and the Hometown Man, and the result of this match was Matt Cardona and the Hometown Man won the match by pinfall. After the match, Nick Namath and Ryan Namath attacked and unmasked the Hometown Man, whose commentary wasn't even pretending wasn't Cody Deaner. Cardona then tries to intercede, but he is beaten as well. Mike Santana cuts a promo, and he vows to overcome Ridge, calling him the door he'll break down. Santana declares tonight he'll seize victory and leave Bound for Glory as the new TNA World Champion, highlighting his 17-year sacrifice. The next match happened between Mike Santana versus WWE NXT's Ridge Holland. The match between Mike Santana and Holland was a high-impact, back-and-forth contest. Santana opened strong with a dropkick and Topkan Hilo, while Holland responded with powerful slams and a driver. Both battled inside and outside the ring, exchanging near falls. Santana mounted a comeback with a leaping kick and a superplex. After intense jawing and slugging at the ropes, Santana secured victory with his spin-the-block finisher. Post-match, TNA World Champion Trick Williams' music hits. Santana turns, but Williams ambushes him from behind, striking him with the championship belt and standing tall over the fallen challenger, asserting his dominance and sending a clear warning. Matt Hardy is then shown being checked out by a doctor. Hardy demands to be cleared, and the doctor clears him. The next match happened between Mustafa Ali vs Moose. The match opens with Ali and Moose exchanging chops and high-impact moves, with Ali delivering a DDT on the floor and Moose mounting multiple comebacks, including sit-out powerbombs and spears. Both men trade near falls and counters, including a destroyer and a 450 splash. Chaos ensues when Ali's ring attendants interfere with a low blow on Moose, allowing Ali to hit another 450 splash and secure the hard-fought victory in a back-and-forth, high-stakes contest. After the match, the person who hit the low blow on Moose reveals herself to be Tasha Steelz. Eric Young makes his way down to the ring for the next match of the PPV. Young then cuts a promo saying Joe Hendry wouldn't appear, but when he says Hendry's name, the music hits, and Young is mad. The next match happened between Eric Young vs Joe Hendry. The match opens with Young dominating Hendry with floor attacks, corner chokes, and a rear naked choke, but Hendry fights back with a vertical suplex, Rana, fallaway slam, and Olympic slam. Young hits an elbow drop and a piledriver, then attempts a chair attack, but the Northern Armory distracts him. Taking advantage, Hendry delivers the standing ovation to secure a hard-fought victory in a high-intensity, back-and-forth contest. The next match happened between Matt Hardy vs AJ Francis. The match sees intense back-and-forth action with Hardy and Francis battling to the floor and using chairs and tables. Francis initially dominates, but Hardy mounts a comeback with a tornado DDT, side effect, and chair strikes. The climax features Hardy hitting Francis with the TNA World Tag Team Championship belt, then delivering a top rope leg drop through a table, securing a brutal, hard-fought victory in a high-stakes, weapon-filled contest. The next match happened between Lei Ying Lee vs WWE NXT's Kelani Jordan for the TNA Knockouts World Championship, and Indy Hartwell was the special guest referee. The match is a hard-hitting, back-and-forth battle between Kelani Jordan and Lei Ying Lee. Both women showcase technical skill, high-flying moves, and submission attempts, including suplexes, torture rack, Boston Crab, and SCF. They brawl on the floor and hit top rope maneuvers like Hurricane Ranas, Blue Thunder Bombs, and Frog Splashes. Despite near falls and interference from Hartwell, Jordan mounts a comeback, delivering a stunner and finishing with one-of-a-kind to secure a dramatic and well-fought victory over Lee in a thrilling contest filled with athleticism, resilience, and high-stakes action for the TNA Knockouts World Championship opportunity. After the match, it is made official that Kelani Jordan will defend the title against Indy Hartwell at Bound for Glory. Ash by Elegance then approaches Jordan on the stage and hugs her and congratulates her. The next match happened between Steve Maclin vs Frankie Kazarian for the TNA International Championship. The match sees intense back-and-forth action between Frankie Kazarian and Steve Maclin, featuring counters, high-impact moves, and near falls. Kazarian survives Maclin's missile dives, crosshairs, and superplex attempts, fighting through a series of strikes and DDTs. Interference from El Messias briefly distracts Maclin, allowing Kazarian to capitalize. In the climax, Kazarian hits a slingshot cutter to secure the hard-fought victory over Maclin in a thrilling, action-packed contest. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Leon Slater vs Myron Reed for the TNA X Division Championship. The match between Myron Reed and Leon Slater featured fast-paced, high-flying action with dives, counters, and near falls. Both men exchanged impressive offense, including top rope 450s, Ranas, and suplex attempts. In the climax, Slater hits a 450 swanton on Reed to secure a thrilling victory after a back-and-forth battle, and retains the title. After the match, Santino Marella makes his way out and says he has been in negotiations all day for this match, and that match will see Leon Slater defend his title against WWE NXT's J. Yvonne Evans at Bound for Glory, and the show goes off the air. How would you rate TNA's Victory Road 2025 pay-per-view? Tell me in the comments, and thanks for watching.